Voz de la guitarra mía, al despertar la mañana, quiere cantar su alegría a mi tierra mexicana. Nopal, what's happening, man?
¿Cómo estás, hermano? Man, I really appreciated that intro, man.
Yeah, well, it's the least I could do to sing. You know who sings much better than me and has a much better, deeper voice is Dave from the 408. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I noticed that, man. But
Yeah, man,
you
he
sing,
could get
you're
down.
up there too. You guys both sing really nice, man.
Well, maybe I could be the backup singer, like like in Los Tigres, the bass player with the,
Yeah,
the hair. You know what I mean, up front. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
like Ramon Ayala, and he has that dude Cornelio Reyna doing the backup part.
Exactly. And if G
Yeah.
Funky gets the guitar going, and I slide over to the accordion, we almost got a full band going. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
get it. Let me get in there and do the squeaky voice, man. Come on, don't leave me out.
A-Rod is in the house. What's up, A-Rod, man? We're here just kicking it, checking out the weigh-in, bro. If you want a link, just let me know and I'll figure out how to drop it. I don't know if I know how to drop it, but we'll figure it out, man. But yeah, dude, I'm feeling good, dude. It's fucking fight weekend. You know what I mean? Like, we're almost here. The weigh-in, I'm looking at the crowd, man. It looks on and cracking. Like, that's what I'd be doing if I was in Texas. I mean, I'd be fucking out there fucking checking out the weigh-in. I've seen weigh-ins before. It could be a lot of fun for a good hype. And, dude, that crowd looks hot, man. What are you thinking, G-Funky? Or excuse me, Nopal.
No, yeah, I seen some on Twitter. Some dudes was already putting it, and there's a lot of people out there, dude. Yeah. Will we get in trouble if I have a little bit of volume on mine?
I don't think so. I mean, you're talking as far as like what they're saying and all that stuff?
Yeah. Can you hear my TV?
No, I can't hear anything.
Okay, so that'll be all right, huh?
Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm just checking it out and just enjoying things, man. I'm on Little Giant Boxing. He's just, he's recording. You can see like all the meetup people. Dude, it seems like everybody's going to be out for this weekend, man. It seems like a freaking big ass weekend, bro. I think everybody's going to be out for this one.
Yeah. I can't believe that cocksucker Floyd though pulled that shit and tried to cock block the attention like that. Come on, man. He always does this on Canelo weekend, huh?
Dude, yeah, it's a pattern with Floyd. I've seen this before. He knows what he's doing. And
yeah,
I think that whole thing was staged, but that's a whole other subject, man. We're here to talk real boxing, not circus fights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know what? I'm glad that we're getting a Cinco de Mayo fight because, last year we missed one, bro, because of the whole pandemic and, Canelo was out. And I felt it, man. It's like, usually it's like the kickoff of the summer, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's your setup looking like tomorrow? Like, what's your setup going to be looking like?
Well, I'm trying to see if I could get a couple family members over here, but if not, it'll be all right too. I was thinking maybe I was going to either grill some meat or buy some pizza.
Very nice. Sure.
Grill some meat or order some pizza. I wasn't sure. We got a Mountain Mike's Pizza is okay. I might go with them. I don't know. It just depends on who's gonna want to come over.
So
what about your setup, brother?
Well, I'm gonna go get some seasoned meat, probably some pollo preparado. You know what I mean? Go over there and fucking get it going, bro. You know what I mean? Just relax. My girlfriend's out of town, so it's like it's gonna be by myself, because I'm in Oregon, so most of my family's over there, and I'm the only boxing person I know. I have a friend who invited me over, but he's more of like an MMA guy. Plus, he takes a little bit too much control of the TV. Thinking like, oh well, the fight's not on right now, so I can go do what I want with the TV, and I can't have that tomorrow, bro. I got to be in the zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I hate when that happens. I know the last time when Canelo fought Kovalev, I had a cousin in there trying to pull the same BS. He wanted to watch he wanted to watch. I forget if it was Masvidal versus Nate Diaz.
It was, yeah.
And he wanted to pull that shit on me, and when in fact our whole family had came over just for the Canelo fight, and when the Canelo fight was going, he was just saying how boring it was and all that. Like, get the hell out of here, man! Don't you see all the damage that both fighters are taking right now? Canelo was getting hit with the jabs by the bigger opponent, and it was an exciting fight.
No, dude, I liked it too, and I was there at that fight. One of the things I like about what I'm seeing for this fight is like I could just tell this crowd's going to be hot, man. Like I thought the crowd was hot for like the last two fights, but I'll tell you, man, when I was at Canelo Kovalev, like there was a big buzz going into it, but dude, like the fights were far and few between. It felt like they're really spread out. Ryan Garcia was the co-main event, quote unquote. He went in there, knocked the guy out in the first round, right? And then after that, we had to sit and wait for idle time, and then we had to sit and wait for that fight to finish. So by the time the fight started, dude, like the crowd was depleted. I mean, if you listen to it, you could tell like we're trying to go like Mexico, Mexico, but honestly, like everybody was just fucking drained at that point. You know what I mean? But I think
Yeah.
tomorrow it's gonna be like a fucking WWE event. I mean, fucking, it's gonna be electric. And man, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm just happy for whoever goes because, man, I feel like I should have gone for this one. This is going to be tight. Although, what's up, Bruce Goes? Nice to see you, brother. If you want a link, let me know. I'll figure out how to get it in here. We're just here celebrating Cinco de Mayo weekend. But yeah, dude, freaking pumped about this one, dude.
Shouts out to my homies, Bruce Goes, and of course the A-Rod. Nobody like A-Rod, man. That's the compa right there.
Dude, that's right, man. And dude, I'll tell you, man, things were feeling kind of stale for a while. Like I think when Canelo like announced all his opponents, I think we were all just kind of like, I don't know, for some reason, like, we just kind of took it for granted and just kind of ignored it. But now that the fight's here, the talk has really picked up. You know what I mean? There's been friction, you know what I mean? And on top of that, bro, this is a good fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. It's going to be an amazing fight, bro.
Oh, yeah.
There's somebody's getting weighed in right now.
Let me take a look here.
Yeah. Oh, somebody else.
Some nobody. Yeah, dude, I don't know like much about this undercard. Do you? Nopal?
Yeah, I don't know much about this fight either. With the such a good, fight, I've noticed they don't put a lot of good fights on the undercards with Canelo. They don't even do a lot of promotion. That just speaks the volume of what kind of fighter we have on our hands. He doesn't need too much promotion.
Right. No, he doesn't, but if I was a young gunner, even kind of like middle of the road, man, I would try to be getting up on Canelo's undercard, especially if I was trying to get that fight. I mean, Canelo was on Floyd's undercard plenty. You know what I'm saying? When he was coming up,
Yeah. Canelo don't need none of that, man. And
no.
You already seen Ryan. He kind of wants to get outside of that wing a little bit and not be on those undercards because he wants his own thing already. You know what I mean? And a lot of people try to use that argument. Well, that's how Canelo got famous. He was on Floyd's undercard, which is not even true because the dude was already famous when he came to the U.S. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in fact, it worked the other way around. It brought Floyd clout.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a reason that pay-per-view between them sold so much. It's it takes two to tango. You know what I'm saying? You usually need a strong B-side. And Canelo did the right thing by being a strong B-side for Mayweather, for Cotto. He had to make sacrifices. But, it's like these first-time B-siders turn into divas these days, man. And honestly, I don't think Canelo even flexes that much as an A-side. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely right on that one. I mean, in fact, I don't know how he got the stigma of being called a diva at all. Because historically, if you look at his career back in the moves that he's had to make, he's not a diva at all. In fact, he's been the A-side for a while, yet he's a very light A-side. I mean, perfect example. The dude wanted, 4 extra feet, and he said he doesn't care. Give it to him. What other A-side in Canelo's shoes would have did that? We know Cotto wouldn't have did that. We know Floyd absolutely not would have. He would have actually took 2 more feet away from the ring. You know what I mean? Or he would have, if Canelo would have asked Floyd for a smaller ring, he would have said, nah, now I'm making it bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, in Canelo's shoes, none of these fighters have shown the same attitude towards the game that he has. He's willing to work with his opponent. If even though, in my opinion, wanting the ring bigger like that was just absolutely stupid. Like it just was very capricious, and it was, stupid. I mean, I don't understand why Canelo went and let him have that. You know what I mean? It's just, but it shows good character from Canelo's part, showing that he's willing to give the other guy an advantage. Here you go. If you need that to think that you're going to beat me, here you go.
Yeah. My thing is, like, I just think this sets a dangerous precedent for, big mega fights. Like, we shouldn't have fighters threaten to pull out week of for something that's already been discussed. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a really bad precedent. I think it's also a very dangerous thing to do. There's a lot of money on the line on both sides. I don't know, man. I'm hoping it was mainly for promotion, because I don't want to see something like that happen again to threaten like a big event. A lot of people put a lot of time and money into this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was thinking, when the dude was claiming that he wanted the ring bigger, I was thinking that he was going to pull out. I was like, well, good luck for him, because
Seriously.
we know it's too much money on the line to just go home like that. So it would have been all on him. Not only would he have gotten sued, I'm pretty sure a couple people in England would have ended up getting clapped over this, with the amount of money that's involved in boxing, you know?
Oh yeah, dude. I think it's one of those things where I think that maybe they would have tried to somehow try to humor Billy Joe and say, come on, let's do this." But eventually, the smiles might have gone away. You know what I mean? And that's when it
Yeah,
turns into a
yeah,
serious issue. But I knew
yeah,
they were kind of bullshitting a little bit because Billy Joe's dad was just like, "We're flying out. The fight's not made. We're flying out. We're going home. Not fair." But I'm like, okay, well, get your ass on the plane. And what are you sitting around in the lobby chingando for? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just go away already, then, huh? Let's get
Yeah,
John Ryder in there.
I'm telling you, yeah, dude. Hey, man, go for it. I mean, that would have been a good fight too. Dude, I watched the John Ryder Billy Joe Saunders fight, and I hadn't seen. I studied other film, but man, I mean, you watch that fight, it tells you all you need to know about how Canelo's going to win this fight. It's like I said, man, and it's like we've been saying. Canelo doesn't need to cut the ring off. He just needs to, apply smart pressure and let the fight come to him as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, dude.
But that's been. Oh, go
I
ahead.
think Billy Joe Saunders is gonna get knocked the fuck out for reals, man. You know,
Dude, I do too, man. I'm sitting there. I'm thinking like 10, round 10. What are you thinking?
dude, I'm gonna give it a range. You know how I love the range, bro. I'm gonna say from the seventh to the ninth. So there's three critical rounds in there where it's all gonna happen from the seventh to the ninth. It could either any of those three rounds, bro. 7, 8, or 9.
Well, I'll tell you this, dude. The thing is, like Canelo, he's an excellent finisher, bro. You know what I mean? If he has you buzz, like he knows how to finish you off quick.
Yeah, absolutely. He's known for that. He's not to mention, man. I mean, if he can't hit the dude in the head, he's gonna start going for them arms, and shoulders, the body. Eventually, Billy Joe's, everything's just gonna break down. They might end up just throwing in the towel. That's a different prediction altogether, right there. I'm saying the knockout. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
very easily his own dad, because his dad's probably going to be in the corner, right? He's probably going to be merciful to his son and say, "Hey, we're gypsies. We're not about getting killed like that. We're not durable like the Mexicans, right?
You've
We're
already
not
made your money,
durable.
son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're into psyching people out and acting like we're big tough guys, but when it comes down to it, we're not really built for this. You know what I mean? That's the reality of the issue, right?
Well, I like that you're strapping up, dude. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's it's the eve of the fight, man. It's time to get on your side, and hey, man, feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because but I'll tell you, I think Billy Joe Saunders is a formidable opponent. But yeah, if we're talking about
yeah,
coming down to chingazos, and who has the most grit,
yeah,
well, there's
absolutely.
no
I
way
mean,
that there's no way Billy Joe has more grit than Canelo. You know?
absolutely, bro. I mean, I heard them talking. Well, I've been fighting since I was 5. Okay, you've been shown how to get away and how to duck punches and how to not engage since you were 5, but you haven't been shown how you haven't been working towards having a good chin. You haven't been working towards getting in there and fighting Mexican style at all. So you don't have the durability to be in there with a guy like Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And fight, give us a real fight. You're just gonna try to go in there and survive and get at. You're just gonna try to go in there and make it out alive. That's basically is gonna be his plan. You know what I mean?
I mean, he has to know that too. He's talking like, oh, I'm going to stand in the pocket with them. And some people are like, oh, Billy Joe by knockout. And it's like, okay, Billy Joe he's never been hit like this before in his whole life. He's going to be getting
Yeah.
smacked up tomorrow. Okay. And as far as
Oh,
the chin goes, I mean, we already know that Canelo has a much better chin, and we know that Billy Joe has a lack of power. I mean, it benefits Billy Joe Saunders to just try
yeah.
to survive.
Just look at the differences of body right there. Canelo wasn't just born with a neck that big, bro. If you look at his exercises that he does, he's worked his way up to having a neck that big, and it shows when he gets hit, bro. He doesn't grab, he doesn't do none of that suspect stuff, none of that suspect shit, bro.
Yeah.
He's in there. If anything, he might move his head a little bit, but he doesn't grab. He doesn't try to tie the guy up. You know what I mean? He stays in there and keeps going. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's
right.
the difference between him and a lot of other fighters. A lot of other fighters will go straight for the clinches, when they get stunned like that, or they try to tie the other opponent up, and then try to get away, start running away. You know.
Oh yeah, and one of the things that I didn't mention when I was on HCP was like, as far as my breakdown goes, it's like, Billy Joe, he's really good at like punching and then also tying up very quickly. But my thing is like, he better not get used to tying it up because Canelo will allow him to at times and then take advantage of maybe taking a breather, or so. But I'll tell you this,
Yeah.
like, can't get too comfortable, man, because as soon as Canelo wants to like push you off, or set you up for a punch that you're not expecting, like he'll do it just like he did with Kovalev. So he can't get too comfortable, man, or else that could just be his demise towards the end.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna end up getting caught, huh?
Oh yeah.
1 second, Chicano.
Sure thing. And man, I am just excited for this fight, dude. It feels like we just saw Canelo fight a little while ago, and it's the truth, man. We just saw him fight a little while ago, and I'm really enjoying the activity that Canelo has. And it's funny now. I'm starting to see a narrative where it's kind of like they're almost talking about Canelo's activity like it's an unfair advantage of sorts, and that's just up to the fighters individually. There's nothing stopping these fighters from being active and fighting quality competition. And now I'm hearing like, oh, well, these people aren't ready because, they're not as active or they haven't fought as high of a level of competition. All I could say is that's the opponent's fault. Check it out. This weekend makes 2 years since Canelo fought at middleweight. 2 full years. And they haven't done shit at middleweight. And as Canelo starts to go through these opponents, the opponents he faces and beats afterwards, they don't ever even see each other really. Like, nobody's doing anything in these divisions but Canelo. But he's the one who gets the most criticism. But I guess that just comes with the territory. He's the face of boxing. It just comes with it. You hear everything, but, I just kind of laugh it off because it comes with the territory.
Nah, absolutely. All that comes with the territory. And, as we were talking earlier before, I was, a little psyched for this, psyched out a little bit, the moves that Billy Joe is pulling. And I started to wonder a little bit, like maybe he is getting in Canelo's head. But in reality, it's hard to say that because you see how calm he looks, at all times. And another great example that people are saying is, with the Rocky Fielding fight, I know that's not the same type of fight with magnitude or whatever, but the dude literally had his brother kidnapped and he still went through the fight, negotiating with the kidnappers and all that. So it's hard to psych Canelo out. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. And it's hard for us to know too. He just has to have a strong mentality in general. If you just look at his discipline and what he's done with his life and where he's come from, he didn't grow up rich or nothing. He didn't grow up necessarily poor, but you're almost from the streets of Guadalajara. You know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of raised himself because his dad was always working. The guy's tough. And I doubt a little bit of a mental game here and there is going to psych him out. Although this is the first time he's had to deal with something like this, but it does make it interesting. And I'll tell you this, like, I've always kind of liked Billy Joe's troll attitude, bro. Like, when he threw that piece of chicken at Deontay Wilder, like, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, if somebody would have tried that here in the U.S., they would have said, "Hey, man, that was racist, huh? Trying to throw fried chicken." I didn't really think it was funny to me because, I just think that was a kind of like a sucker move from Billy Joe. But I could see how everybody else thought it was funny, and then I could see how other people thought it was, kind of weird, But it. I could see all sides.
Well, see, I have a sick, twisted sense of humor, and it just throwing food at somebody and then booking out the door while one of the entourage members is like trying to chase you down.
And it seems like Deontay didn't get too mad afterwards, huh?
No, you got to let, some of the entourage get their hands dirty. Yeah, they took pictures afterwards and Billy Joe was just like, when they asked him, like, why'd you do that? He's like, oh, I was done with my chicken. I didn't want it anymore.
I wonder if Billy Joe's going to bring his little son to the weigh-in. Try to hit Canelo in the groin, huh?
Dude, we'll see. He's got to be careful, I
don't know, man. Canelo might lay one on his son, huh? Lay that little guy out.
Well, you could tell Canelo, he's the leader of that whole entourage. There's no, like, muscle there. Dude, did you see when those guys were fucking standing behind him during the last interview? And those dudes with the t-shirts that were kind of like, photo bombing the post-fight interview, and Canelo had to be the one to turn around and be like, hey, get the fuck out of here, like
That was funny, huh?
It was funny as hell. It was a boss move, but it's like, okay, you got like 6 guys with like Team Canelo garb all standing behind Canelo, and none of them handled it.
I'm telling you, bro. If I was Canelo, I'd be hiring some of these Mexican MMA dudes. Like the Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz brothers. They run around with a big entourage, bro, of dudes that are ready to duke it out with anybody, bro. When they go to a fight, they be fighting other fighters, anything. People in the stands that give them lip, they're in there socking fools up, and Canelo knows them guys. So if I was him, man, I'd be like, hey, let's get these Chicanos on our team over here. Let them handle a little bit of our security, because just like you said, I mean, that would have never happened if he had some other guys in there being a little more, vigilant.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Or even just a little bit more aggressive. Like those guys didn't know what to do. They're just standing there looking like idiots. And Canelo had to be the one to turn around and be like, what the hell? Like how long would that have gone on? Nobody was doing anything, So
yeah.
Canelo,
I'm surprised that made it through, man. The dudes were they were like pointing at their t-shirts, like trying to get some clout, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. But as soon as Canelo's like, get the fuck out, they were like, oh shit, they put their head down and walked away pretty quick. Like they were like, okay, we're busted. All right, let's just go before we get in real trouble.
I think they were doing that for the Jake Paul brothers, huh?
Yeah, they had. I was gonna say I knew it was one of those brothers, but I didn't know which one. But I don't know. Man, that's just poor security, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I think those dudes are kind of annoying. Like I don't know much about them.
All this social media stuff's getting really annoying, bro. And all these dudes, all they do is try to use Canelo for clout. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then later they turn around and say disrespectful stuff about the best fighter of this generation. You know what I mean? And I didn't come up with that myself. I've heard multiple respectable boxers call Canelo the best fighter of this generation,
Oh yeah, dude. After Floyd and Pacquiao, for this current era, it's not even close, especially if he gets some good work done in his early 30s. I mean, then, after that, then, like Dwyer says, the next generation will already be here. You know what I'm saying? Like we already have those 22, 23-year-olds that are ready to kind of take on that mantle in a few years, so it's like there's only a few years left to catch up to him. But I mean, it's not even close, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think what Canelo's doing is very impressive. Like, on top of that too, like, I was always impressed with his resume, but even if Canelo was sitting there, like kind of like shedding his belts because he didn't care about them every once in a while, or didn't go all the way with Undisputed, like if you still look at the accomplishments, if you actually measure them out, they're still very impressive and much further along than most people. I mean, how often do people even unify once? And this will be the second time that he's unified 3 belts.
Third time, because he unified at 154. He went up to 160 and unified there. And right now he's unifying at 168. And so this will be the third time he unifies.
Exactly.
Well, he already let's just say he already unified at 168. Oh, yeah. The next move is undisputed.
Exactly. And the other thing,
and it's just not any undisputed either, Chicano. This is different because you're fighting multiple champions. You're not just going in there and beating one guy and now I'm undisputed. You know what I mean? There's levels to being undisputed as well. It's not just go in there and beat Lomachenko. Now I have it all. No, I mean he's beating legitimate champs one at a time. So you know what I mean?
Legitimate, undefeated, reigning champions.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. And, on top of that too, like on the road to undisputed, like I feel like not that many people get credit for doing 3 belts, but if you think about that alone, that's very rare. And this will be the second time Canelo's done that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then when you add it, just like you said, this is the second time, but when you add it to everything else that he's done, it's almost like he's the best from 154 to 168, which is nobody can really say that. Triple G tried to say that. But in reality, at 160, Triple G didn't accomplish much. It was all smoke and mirrors, really, because when you go to BoxRec and you look at what he actually did, I mean, the only champ he ever actually beat at 160 was actually David Lemieux. And, that's not much of an accomplishment. Everything else came via vacated belts, which is something that in Canelo's case, people would have jumped all over him, for a vacated belt that you get from with fighting for a belt that's vacated. People want to see you beat a champ to get that belt. That's what makes you lineal. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
So
mean,
there's a lot of technicalities, brother.
well, for sure. But in the end, what we do know for sure that the number one super middleweight in the world right now is Canelo Alvarez, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah, I would even say he's the number one middleweight, like I said, because we
He's
all
the
know he's not that big. So,
Oh,
so
I
you
would
could
say so
even say
too.
yeah,
He's the middleweight champion until I don't know. I mean, nobody can take it. Like I said, it's been 2 full years since he's fought there, and nobody's done a damn thing in the division. So I think his lineal status reigns. Like, I mean, if he ever goes back, he's the champ until somebody proves different.
exactly. And he didn't. He's not like other boxers who need all that clout and say, "Hey, I'm the lineal champ everywhere I go." I mean, he hasn't done that at all, right?
For
Like,
sure, man.
yeah,
Hey, so are you watching the weigh-in right now, Nopal?
yeah, I
Dude,
am.
what do you make of this Mark Castro dude? Look at his teeth. Do you think he's like one of those? I don't know. I don't want to start talking mess, but he looks like one of those like cosmetic type dudes, like big old fake teeth. I don't know. Looks like he's had some plastic surgery done, or I might be tripping. What do you think? Am I tripping?
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to be a little pretty boy. And if you ask me, that the reason why I kind of started noticing this dude, not that that's what I noticed, but have you ever noticed his ring watch, bro? He got this little weird cowboy hat and kind of like fruity colors, and I don't know. He's kind of going in. He look. I mean, when he talks and all that, he don't sound feminine or nothing like that. I'm not. But I mean, it kind of looks a little sus, bro. The
Something's
little cowboy
weird, and on
hat.
top of that,
I
he's
mean,
getting
yeah,
featured a lot, bro. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, like last fight, I think was his pro debut, and I'm like, okay, you just showing up on Canelo undercards, looking all
yeah,
fucking weird with your fake fucking teeth and your plastic surgery. Like
yeah.
something's. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little too paranoid and conspiratorial over this.
Yeah,
For the show.
maybe you know what? Naturally, he had the long teeth like that,
Maybe. And if that's the
long like
case,
that
I feel
because
bad,
yeah, because no, I'm saying maybe, but you could clearly see that that's either crowns or implants. You know what I mean, in his mouth.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is maybe they did him like that because that's how naturally he has his teeth. But if it was me, I'd get him a little shortened, huh?
I'd
That
do
way when
something, like, yeah, I
yeah,
don't know, man. Like I said, I've seen this guy way too much for him being a complete nobody, but like we were talking about, there's like, there's space on Canelo's undercards. I mean, nobody's taking advantage besides
yeah,
Ryan Garcia, you know what I mean? To kind of get their name out there, bro.
yeah.
I'm
But
just glad this is a pay-per-view.
apparently he's a half Salvadorian and half Mexican, and he's pretty good, man. He's pretty good. I mean, I hate it to see that if he's not, like that swinging that route, that somebody on his team doesn't say, "Hey, bro, we're going a little fruity, bro," unless that's what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if you look at Ryan Garcia, every once in a while he's done some things that look kind of suspect too, bro. But we all know that he's always got the smoking hot hyenas around him. So
Well,
we
that's
got
what
that. We don't. Yeah,
of course we see that stuff because and that comes with the territory. I mean, Oscar got it too. When you're like the pretty boy, and you're getting all the
yeah,
chicks and stuff, you naturally get hated on, and everything that you do. I mean, if you look at Canelo's, like, did you see his the way he had his hair fucking during like the Mosley rematch when he was kind of singing and shit like that? I mean, he had some suspect stuff going on before he was cross dressing. You know what I mean? I'm just like, maybe it was the time of the era, being like the frosted tips, and I don't know what the hell kind of hairdo that was. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. I don't know, man. You know what it is? They listen to the wrong information. You know what I mean? When you become famous and all that, now you got a stylist, and the stylist always trying to get you to do this stuff that's in fashion right now. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I look at stuff like that on Instagram, and I look at my girl and I say, "Look at this idiot right here, what he's wearing." I don't want to say the other word because it's a little sexist, but you know what I'm talking about.
I hear you.
Look at this guy's shoes right here. That's a little, you know what I mean? That's a little LGBT for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
come on, man. And, the whole skinny jeans era and all that stuff, man. These guys are sometimes, like I said, they get a stylist, and the stylist trying to push all this stuff that not necessarily doesn't give you a very good image with the macho boxing fans like me and you and others. You know what I mean? We look at stuff like that and we laugh at dudes,
So it says, A-Rod says here, watch out for the homie from Fresno, bro. So I'm not sure if he's referring to that Marco dude. If he is, if I didn't mean to offend him, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I should give this guy more of a chance. You know what I mean? I should look at his actual skills, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, he's a good boxer. Yeah, he's a good boxer. We know he's a good boxer.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll have to watch him tomorrow. Like I said, man, I'm going to be watching all these fights tomorrow, bro. Like, I'm going to be chilling at home with my pollo preparado, some beers. My girlfriend wants me to pick her up from the airport at a certain time, but I told her, like, after the fight, you might be hanging at the airport maybe 30 to 45 minutes longer. But, I mean, I don't have a choice, you know?
Yeah. Hey, just to just make, I want to make a comment, a disclaimer right here. Hey, we run into this type of situation all the time as Latinos. We're always under, people don't realize this with our culture, man. We're under each other's scrutiny all the time as we grow up.
Right.
You know, people tell it, we go through criticism a lot. So even though we also get sensitive a little bit, we're not the ones that always cry about it and voice out, yeah, you know, that people are criticizing us. But you know what? We live around this type of thing. We got 1,000 people always criticizing us about something. If it ain't your shoes, it's your pants. Ain't your pants, it's something else. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, nothing personal. And shout out to my boy A-Rod. We didn't mean to talk about your boy like that, bro. But you know,
Yeah, man. You know, I'm down with
part of the show.
Yeah, I'm down with the boxers from the Dust Bowl or whatever Fresno is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with it. You know what I mean? Fresno's got a lot of Hispanics. You know, so.
Oh, absolutely. They got a lot of people out there, and
yeah. Speaking of this weight, I'm looking at the chicas out there, man. It's looking good out there, dude. A lot of good energy, bro.
Yeah, they put them away from the thing, huh? They can't get anywhere close to that.
Yeah, but it looks like it's at capacity. They said they're going to let in like the first, I don't know, I think they said the first 500 or some bullshit like that. But I mean, everybody there just relaxing, dude. Looks like the weather's going to be good too, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, so do you think Billy Joe's going to pull any antics at the weigh-in here? Like, what are your thoughts?
I don't know, man. We got to see. Maybe Canelo's the one that's gonna want to get a little slap before the, you know what I mean? If I was Canelo, I'd be looking to get a little cheap shot at Billy Joe Saunders just to get inside his head right now.
Hey, he's done it before, man. You know, he's kind of like, head-butted a couple people, not like head-butted, but, put his head into somebody, to kind of see what happens,
Yeah, because he can make it personal with Billy Joe and absolutely ruin Billy Joe's game plan because now he's mad at Canelo.
Yeah.
When before he was just looking for an opportunity to get inside Canelo's head. But Canelo can also do that with anything he wants to do, to be honest. And I'll tell you, bro, never know. You know what I mean? We've seen other people swing at their opponents at the weigh-in. So I don't see what ramifications this something small like that would have on Canelo.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and, like I said, Canelo chooses to do what he wants to. Like, did you see yesterday, when Billy Joe Saunders tried to, I don't know if it was just, like when he tried to extend his hand to, like, shake, and he was just kind of like, I don't think so. You know what I mean? It reminded me of the weigh-in between Floyd Mayweather and Canelo. Do you remember when Floyd Mayweather was trying to get him to pose with the belt?
Yeah.
And Canelo was just like, nah, and he just flexed.
The belt. Yeah.
Man.
You know what Canelo could have done is grab the belt, threw it in the audience, like, here you guys go. You guys want a free gift from this fight? Here you go. And I know Floyd would have been pissed with that, huh? Because I think Floyd was trying to hand him the belt, like, here, go ahead, man, take it.
Right. I know it was, but like I said, at least he was, he's his own guy, But yeah, I think he probably should have posed for it, and well, I mean, I guess it's still a part of it. I mean,
no, I kind of like what he did. He's like, whatever, dude. You're not my boss, right?
Right. He's the young buck, you know what I mean? Trying to kick off the old guy, the old timer, who's up there. I mean, he tried, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens here. Cause I keep telling people, like, people act like Canelo's a punk. How could you think he's a punk? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've told you this before on the phone, like, Canelo is such a clean fighter. Like, one of the things I like about when he boxes is, like, you almost don't even need the ref if the other guy's also acting correct, but I've seen where if other people try to get somewhere with him, like a little dirty, like, he'll do it right back. He's very not eager, but very ready to kind of, like, you're going to low blow me or do this or do that. Like, you might get it back at him. Can you imagine taking, looks like we got G Funky. Let me bring G Funky up. Hermano, what's happening?
Órale, carnales. How you guys doing?
Good, man. We're feeling good. Just about to watch this weigh-in. You think there's going to be any antics or what?
I do. I think so, man. I think their little game plan is working. They're trying to get into the head of Canelo and his team. So I don't see why the antics would stop right now. I think they're going to continue on up until that first bell rings, man. And maybe even in the fight, who knows? But I expect to see some fireworks here, man.
Dude, that's what I was thinking too, man. This could get very interesting. So, I always like looking at the weigh-in, bro. And I don't know how much of this you caught, bro, but we were talking about how, it's nice to have a Cinco de Mayo weekend fight again. We felt like we missed out last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this fight, remember, was talked about possibly last year around this time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the pandemic hit and, we weren't able to see it. But, hey, we waited a year for this one, man, and it's here. I just stepped in, man. So where are we at? I was out doing some yard work, man. It's a beautiful day here. Want to get it in before it's too hot. But are we on the main card yet?
Oh yeah, we're I think we're on the main card. In fact, this might be the weigh-in coming up right here. Are you watching?
Yeah, I'm watching right now. I just
It's
turned it on.
because
Frank Sanchez, the heavyweight, just weighed in.
Yeah, so I mean, we must have So maybe like after this one, we're getting pretty close, bro. Hey, so G Funky, what's your setup looking like tomorrow, bro? Like, tell us what's going on.
Man, I was planning on watching this outside, out in my gazebo next to the pool, enjoy the day. But from what I'm seeing, man, on my weather report, man, it's looking like it's going to be a windy day, man. So I don't know, man. I might have to just watch it inside. But, we know the weather, man. If he did his job the right way, we'd get accurate weather. And if I did my job as good as him, I'd be fired, So I'm hoping that he's wrong about this one. But I mean, it has been pretty windy here this last couple weeks, on and off. I hope not, man, because I really want to watch it outside. I have all my stuff set up again.
The allergies are pretty bad when it's windy like that, huh?
Bro, let me tell you, I wake up in the morning, man. Like I got mucus all on my nose, even my eyes are all like messed up, bro. Like it's been bad this year.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. And so, what's the food looking like, G Funky? I know your wife's a really good cook, but I'm not sure if you're ordering out or you're grilling. Like, tell me what's going on with that.
I hope to get some carne asada, man, for tomorrow night. And, just doing it old school, man. Just some meat, maybe some frijoles, arroz, and then a couple cold ones, man, and I'm good to go,
Dude, that sounds good, man. Bro. Yeah, that's pretty much right, man. I'm going to get some pollo preparado and fucking some cold ones and just fucking enjoy the fight, dude.
Hey, carnales, so what kind of meat are you guys buying? You guys getting the Diez meal, or are you going to go full on ranchera? Because I heard that ranchera is like $12 a pound right now.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's expensive, bro, but it's good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking ranchera, but I haven't gone to like my meat market in a long time, bro. It's been like shit. I don't know. It's been too long. That's what happens when I'm up here in Oregon, bro. Like not near the family. You know what I'm saying? I should really try to grill a little more often. But the weather's here, and I'm going to take advantage, man. I'm going to be grilling, fucking preparing, man, enjoying myself.
This is going to be a good fight, man.
Chicano, you're going to pull out the little Weber, huh?
Oh, yeah. I got a charcoal Weber grill, bro. Those things are slick, man. You could get good work done, and those things are only like $150. Well, it was when I bought it. Those things fucking last forever, man. It's nice and seasoned and everything, bro.
Yeah, I love those grills. I got a little smoker type grill that we bought at Costco, and it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to sell my old smoker, man. Well, actually, I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to give it away to somebody who's been wanting it, who's, a good friend of mine who, doesn't have too much money. So I'm going to just hook him up, let him have that one. And I'm going to go ahead and give me one of those pellet ones, man, that you can hook up your phone to and shit,
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
What, the Traeger or what?
Well, it's just it just lets you know like the temperature, lets you know how long it's been on. It lets you could even get like one of those things that checks the temperature of the meat on the inside, bro. So like,
wow,
it's a lot easier, man. I mean, I used to be old school, man, throwing logs in there over the charcoal,
Yeah.
But damn, dude, that's hard work, man.
I know, bro. I know. So with the pellets, can you still add like wood for flavor, or how does that work? Like different woods?
Yeah, that's what the pellets are. You dump them into this little hot box, and it just adds the right amount to it every time. You don't have to keep playing with the vents like you would on an old smoker. To keep checking, if you have to add more hot coals, you don't have to do none of that, man. It's so much easier. I can actually go to sleep now. If I want to do a brisket for 12 hours, I can actually sleep. Whenever I do a brisket, bro, I'm up early.
Slick.
I'm up early, 12 hours, bro, checking it every hour and a half, see the temperature, but I don't have to do that now,
Yeah,
it's like a barbecue
really
crock
like
pot,
Yeah, Hey, brothers, I really like using that lump charcoal. You know, that mesquite. So
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be switching up to the high technology in a minute, bro. I'm stuck on that right now. So I don't know. It's gonna be a while though, but I'll have to switch off eventually.
Well, the thing is, when you get a new grill, like you have to learn how to use it. It's like I know how to do like ribs with indirect heat, on a Weber. Like I know how to do everything well on my my charcoal Weber grill, right? But once you change it, you got to get used to everything again. Get your rhythm. Know what works, what doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same on a smoker, though. I mean, you just want to. It's already indirect heat because all of your charcoal and your wood is going to be off to the side, and everything inside the big barrel. There's no direct heat right there, so it's pretty much the same. Just gotta you really keep an eye on the vents. That's the only thing, man.
Oh yeah, and probably better, bro, because it's hard to fucking. Even though I have a little like temperature gauge, like it's hard to keep the right temperatures on a Weber grill. With the smoker, man, you could fucking pinpoint that thing. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Paying attention.
Hey, G Funky, when you get that, you'll have to do a video to show us, man, because I freaking love grills, man.
Hold on, give me a second, guys.
Sure thing. Yeah, man, I think Canelo's up next, bro. Like, we'll see what happens. I assume they're both going to be in really good shape based on what I've seen. Billy Joe, he's been kind of quiet, like with his training, but any photos that I've seen, he looks like he's ready to go, man. It looks like he's in tip-top shape, and can't keep making it sound like he's in the best shape ever. Well, that remains to be seen. But I mean, I think we have 2 game fighters tomorrow, man. Like, I'm sure they're just both going to be looking sharp, and then like we'll see if there's any.
Orale, I think D-Style's in the house over there. I see his. Did he say he was going to be at the weigh-in?
You see D-Style?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding, bro.
Wouldn't surprise me if he was there,
I'm surprised he didn't go, bro. I wouldn't have missed that for the world if I was in Texas.
Bro, I mean, this would have been the one to check out, bro. I have a feeling this one will be like hotter than the next fight with Caleb Plant. I mean, this one's got the energy, bro.
I think Caleb Plant's gonna get murdered, bro.
Dude, as soon as this pandemic's over, man, I'm going to all the fights. Well, not all, but a majority of them that are California or Vegas. Man, I'm going, man.
Yeah. I'm overdue, man. I like to see one fight a year, and it's like it's about time for me to either pull the trigger, or I mean, we'll see, dude. I might go to the Plant fight. Depends. Like, I could easily see another shutdown happening, but if it doesn't, man, I mean, if it's in Vegas, can't go wrong at the MGM, bro. Like, there's no bad seat in the house. Like,
I know.
When you're there, you really understand what they mean. Like, it'll be good wherever you're at. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And let me tell you something, man. I have a video of when I was there about 9 years ago, I want to say. My wife and I went there for a anniversary to Vegas, man. We partied, but I was like, man, I got to go check out the MGM. I've never been there. We walked by there, and I seen that the doors were open, right? They were doing like a rehearsal for some show. I walked in there. I was like, hell yeah, bro. There's hella good fights that happen here. Like, all the big fights. I stepped in there, man, and you're right, Chicano. Like, there is not a bad seat in that house, man. It's a pretty, I want to say, how do I say it, man? It's like compact, but then you're like kind of like right on top of them. So it's like, man, it's really good, man. Like, I remember people would always say Arco Arena here in Sacramento was like really small, and it was compared to most bigger places. But that place was even smaller. And Arco, you could get standing room only seats and see everything really well. So yeah, MGM is the shit, bro. We got to do HCP fucking meetup, bro. If Plant Canelo happens there this year,
bro,
and everything's good.
Man. Well, I mean, with how many seats sold, I mean, like, I mean, we'll see what happens, bro. Like, I've never been to like an outside stadium fight. The thing is, I think the energy would be hot, but I don't know if the seats that we would get would be necessarily that great, because either you're ground level, right? You're close, but you're kind of ground level. And I've been in those situations before, and like, you might not be able to see anything, or you're going to be far up in the stands, but you're going to be pretty much relying on kind of looking at the screen, or, seeing 2 little dots fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's at the MGM, dude, I mean, shit, that'd be worth going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd be paying a pretty penny, I think, but I mean, it could be worth it, man. I mean, it'd be cool if we all met up. You too, Nopal, you should come with us, bro. We should make it happen. D-Style, you know what I mean? Roll around, you know what I mean? And we could do the whole tough guy thing, like other people, like, hey, we're going to be here. So if anybody wants to roll up and has a problem with us, we're going to be here.
I might roll up there with Dave, bro. He don't live that far from me. Same with Nopal, man. We'll have to pick your ass up on the way, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. We're going to have, now that Chicano mentions that, we'll have to pick up some professional boxers, Dude,
road trips to fights are fun too, bro. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah,
Those are
see,
always a good
A-Rod
time.
says he's going to start saving up if the HCP gets together. Start saving now, bro. I mean, they keep saying, I keep hearing on the news that, we're in the tail end of this thing. So save that Fetty, Holmes. We're gonna get together soon, man.
Oh yeah, Staples isn't a bad place either. But I mean, you can be kind of far away. You should consider paying good money to kind of get a good seat for that one. But yeah, Staples is a good place to see fights too, man. I've never been to Carson. I've always, I know about the reputation, but I've never seen a fight there.
Oh, I would love to see a fight at the Carson site, like the Andy Ruiz Areola fight where that was, man. That seems like it's a really good, intimate place. Like even the worst seats are good.
Oh yeah.
So that's a type of venue that I would like, man. But Staples, yeah, I've never been there. I've only been to the outside of that place, never actually been inside. I know here the new Golden One Center is around the same size. And yeah, it's much harder to see the action from the upper deck,
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. I haven't been to the new Kings Center yet, but yeah, that's what I heard, man. That it's pretty big, dude.
Yeah, it's like out of this world compared to what we had at Arco, man. Like it's just amazing.
I liked Arco, man. I thought it was a nice little place to see concerts and shit. Who did I see there? I'm trying to think back. No, okay, so I saw the one of the Chavez fights that was televised there. I forget who it was, but I remember when I was a kid, my dad took me there. It was like, I don't know if it was like pre-pay-per-view or what, but they televised something at Arco, and so we went. I saw Tony
Maybe it was the Tony the Tiger.
There. Yeah,
Maybe
it was Tony the Tiger
fight.
Yeah. So I saw that fight. That was cool. You know what I mean? And then I think I saw Janet Jackson there. My dad took me to see, family took me there to see that. And yeah, man, I saw some, Kings games. You know what I mean? Fun place.
Yeah, it was. Arco had a feel to it, man. It might not have been the most like technologically advanced place like a lot of the other ones, but man, like I see some good gigs there too, man. I seen Santana, Mana, I seen Red Hot Chili Peppers there multiple times. Leonard Skinner, ZZ Top.
Wow.
Been to a numerous amount of Kings games. Dude, Raw, Nitro. I was there at the Royal Rumble in '93. Like, man.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Who won that one?
That Yokozuna, bro. That's the worst ending to a Royal Rumble, bro. You know what happened was it was him and Macho Man Randy Savage at the end. Savage gets him down. He goes to the top rope, goes for the big elbow, right? Like he's gonna pin him, and then he actually tries to pin him in the Royal Rumble. He gets on him, tries to pin him, and then what happens is Yoko kicks him off, and he goes flying over the top rope, and that's how he wins.
Oh man. That's interesting, bro. Must have been good energy. The Rumbles are always fun, man. I went to a Rumble a few years back. It was kind of like my goodbye to WWE. You know what I mean? It was the one in Phoenix where Seth Rollins won, and it was cool. You know what I mean? But like, that's my favorite event, man. People think it's cheesy, but I think D-Style likes the Rumble a lot too, man. Like it's just a good event to go to.
Yeah, the Rumble is fun, dude. I just wish that we had it in '92 because that was to me the best Royal Rumble out of all of them, man. With Ric Flair won it. Oh, here we go, guys. Looks like Billy Joe's ready to step on the stage.
Let's take a look.
Did you see that? He copied Canelo, no God, no life. I kind of like that,
trolling.
Though.
He's trolling still.
Yeah.
The booze, man.
Yeah. Just be careful whoever's got background noise because the zone is real picky, man.
All right, we'll be careful.
Just lower it down. Yeah.
No God, no life. Well, nothing wrong with giving praise, man. I was telling G-Funky, like all the fighters, all the best fighters, they all have faith, man. You can name them, and they do. You know what I mean? I have like a list of people who've acknowledged God. It goes hand in hand, in my opinion, with these fighters. Make whatever correlation you want with that. You know what I'm saying?
Saunders looks in good shape, man. I know there's a lot of people that are concerned about him missing weight. I don't think he's going to miss. I really think he's prepared for this one, man.
Yeah, he looks relaxed. Michael Buffer, man. I'm glad he's going to be there tomorrow. I like when he announces, man. I just can't get into that other dude. And the way he like repeats the other guy's last name, like Saunders. Like, what the fuck is that?
Damn, Canelo coming out in the silk PJs or what?
And like the matching mask. He's like, nah, I don't need it. I think this is going to be short and sweet, man. It looks like he's here just to do the business, get back on the bus, man.
Yeah. Man, a lot of people there, bro. Look at that.
Yep. And I like that they're not going to have a divider for the stare down, like they have been because of shit, man. I mean, look at all these people. There's no masks, they're about to have 70,000 people tomorrow. I guess they're not tripping for this.
There we go. Saunders on the scale, hat on and everything. Comes in under. Wow. Just under the limit. Even with his dog tag, his hat, socks, most guys get completely naked, Well, some of them do,
Yeah. He looks ready to go, man.
Ooh, him too.
Yeah.
Hey, staying active counts, man. That's what I've been saying. I really think that the staying busy thing has helped him keep his weight in control. He's not going up in weight in between fights, so that's a good thing, man. Staying in the gym, staying busy,
Yep. Man, this fight's almost here, man.
I want to see this face off here, man. This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
See Canelo knock his hat off like they did Floyd yesterday.
It's weird to see Canelo fight somebody that's like almost the same height as him.
Oh, this is a good one. Look at that.
Yeah.
No messing around. Look at that. I like that. I was expecting more antics from Saunders, but you know what? I'll take a serious stare down over that any day,
Yeah, all business, man, Don't mess up the payday, They're going to be getting in the ring soon. Look at that. Look at all those belts.
Man.
3 belts, man. Doesn't happen often.
Yep, this is what it's all about, man.
And you know what, man? Not to throw politics in there, but our boy got a shirt that says "No God, No Life." But about 10 minutes ago, his dad was in the hallway talking about gypsy magic. You know what I mean?
I heard him say that yesterday. Yeah, there's going to be a spell being cast.
Those things don't go, man. Come on. These guys are
right. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some folk magic going on. They probably know somebody, at one of the villages.
What else would you expect from that camp if that's what their culture is known for, that kind of stuff? You know what I mean?
It's very historical. Let's not act like there's not a lot of brujeria too, in Mexico.
Well, there is, but not to the level that they do it at. They're known for palm reading, all that stuff, bro. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
Canelo's talking.
I didn't hear what he said.
He's basically saying,
I missed you guys.
All. Yeah. Thanks for the support. I comment. Does he go with the beard tomorrow, or does he go for the clean shaven look tomorrow?
I think he's going for the beard, man. And that makes me happy because it makes my painting more relevant. That he's got the beard going again.
I think he does better without it, though, huh? Fighting, he's just like, he's got like, I don't know, man. That sounds.
Are you looking at like his beard record?
That sounds stupid, but he turns into an animal, bro, when he shaves the beard.
You know, it's funny.
know?
I privately thought about that too. I'll be honest.
Yeah, and it's crazy because my hyena looks at me and she goes, "See, you don't need a beard." I'm like, "Oh man,"
Shit.
I'm like,
gotta have some facial hair, man. I'm a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you think about that belt, G Funky?
I mean, it looks good. I mean, I can't stand the fact that it's coming from the WBC and all the nonsense they do, but it looks cool, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's true. But nevertheless, they're the only ones that would be able to have the ability to create something so nice, you know? But yeah, a lot of bullshit involved, huh?
Yeah. Damn, no mic time for Saunders, huh? I was hoping that they would do that to maybe he get people riled up with something, you know?
I mean, we'll see. I'm not sure if they're going to go to him or what. I'm curious too.
Oh, I guess they got to show him he's not really relevant, huh?
Oh, here we go.
I like his swagger, man. I love a confident opponent, you know?
Yeah, well, what happened to half of them were there to see him win?
I know, right?
That went out the door quick, huh?
Hey, but you know what? I like the way that he's using that energy, though, man. Like,
me too.
You really need that when you're in competition. You know, you really need to say, hey, you know what? I know all these people are against me, but I'm going to use that shit to motivate. You know?
Well, he's saying it. Can he get it done? Is a different story. And even with that, even if he's going to use it for motivation, I mean, he's probably going to run straight into a knockout with that motivation. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
man.
I know from personal experience for me, man, like anytime I was involved in competition as a youth, I loved when people doubted me, man. I loved when everybody was against me. It just drove me to do even better, to push myself. And then when I got the job done, I look them right in the eye and say, what are you going to say now?
Nice, bro.
But hey, guys, I got to finish up this yard work out here, man. I wanted to hop on and show you guys some support. You know, watch this thing with you guys. But I appreciate you having me on, Chicano, Nopal.
Show us the yard real quick, G Funky.
Oh man, you know what? I was gonna do a video a little bit later, man. So I might do that. You know, just be on the lookout for it.
All right, man. I'm gonna wrap it up then for all of us. Thank you guys so much for showing up, dude, and enjoy the fights. If we don't see each other until then, all right, dudes. Peace out.